I tested 8 popular face washes across different categories: Pears, Himalaya, Patanjali, Minimalist, Simple, the Derma Co, Glow and Lovely. I asked random people on the street what do they use, asked many specialists working in their city what they prescribe and recommend, and decided to try some for myself. Remember, I use them like a normal person would, not in a lab. One thing to keep in mind is that most face washes don't actually treat your skin. They just clean it. So if you've been expecting your face wash to fix acne, pigmentation or dullness, you might be using the wrong one. I tested some of the most popular face washes in India, and I'll tell you which ones are worth your money and which ones I would skip. Now before we start the actual testing, let's do a quick reality check. Most face washes or cleansers stay on your skin for around 30 to 60 seconds. That means it's enough time for it to cleanse your skin well, to help support your skin barrier, but it usually cannot transform your skin. So if a face wash claims to remove dark spots or give you glowing skin in 7 days, we need to be a little skeptical. Let's start with the one that has been there ever since I was a little girl, and that is Pears. It's something that almost everyone has used at some point. Now the pros, at least that's how it is marketed, is that it is gentle, affordable, and doesn't strip the skin. And they even write it on their label that it is 100% soap free. But to be very honest, I find it's working just like a soap would. I found it drying for my skin, and I am somebody who belongs to the oily combination skin type, alright? Another thing about me, since this is my experience that I'm sharing with y'all and something that I can extrapolate when it comes to seeing different skin types, I chose the face washes that are available and tested them for somebody who might have sensitive skin, dry skin, combination skin. It wasn't specifically for oily or combination skin type, because we want something that everyone can use. Because remember, the ultimate aim of using a cleanser or a face wash is to cleanse and remove any impurities that are present over your face, so that you can form a barrier, a good foundation over which you can apply your serums, creams, products that will help with whatever you want to target over the skin. Whether that's just maintaining your skin barrier, or that is targeting certain kinds of pigmentation or acne, or whatever it is that you are dealing with. For me, Pears did not make the cut, and as you can see, I hardly even ended up using it because I just did not like the feel after washing my face with it.
This was my experience this time at least.
Okay, next up we have the Himalaya Dark Spot Clearing Turmeric Face Wash. Sounds very exciting. It has turmeric, so it's anti-inflammatory, dark spot clearing. They say it visibly reduces dark spots, clinically tested. It has cold pressed turmeric extract. Okay. Now this one is marketed heavily for pigmentation, and they have captured a very good audience because in India, the majority skin type is Fitzpatrick 4, 5. Basically, that means it is more pigmented. It is more on a slightly darker side, and hence the chances of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or any form of sun damage becomes very evident in terms of pigmentation. And most of the marketing that you see, be it on television, in the radio, it is crazy the amount that is being publicized and marketed, especially when it comes to getting rid of pigmentation or even becoming fair. That's another thing that I'm going to touch base on in some time. But what you need to understand is that a
Face wash can only do so much.
overall, I like the feel, but again, not something that I was crazy about or that made me say, wow. If you are out and about, you don't have another option, you have a drugstore, a chemist nearby, a store nearby that's selling it, I wouldn't mind using it because something is better than nothing. But if you're going to expect this to get rid of your dark spots,
Think again.
Alrighty, now the next one we have is Patanjali Saundarya Face Wash. It has added goodness of pearl plus vitamin B3 for spotless glowing skin.
See?
Cleanses deeply, removes dead skin cells, sebum dirt, no added colors, paraben, phthalates. So one thing that I've realized is people have really gone all out and about with the kind of awareness that is being created about safe ingredients and products. They write things right in the front, but if you see the actual ingredient list, it still has a lot of things that you wouldn't consider safe or clean in the literal sense. But again, I'm not concerned about that aspect when it comes to a cleanser or a face wash, to be very honest, because you have to make your choices, right? And we want something that will actually help cleanse and clean the face, because this is going to sit on your skin for a very short period of time. So the contact period is very less. I'm not really worried about its ingredients as much as its effectiveness and what it's going to do to your skin.
Okay.
This is something that is very popular in Indian households, and if I'm going to be very honest, I kind of had a prejudice against it. I don't know why, but I was really surprised with what I felt after using it. I'm going to say this does give you a fresh feeling. It does cleanse your face very well, but it does have a strong smell, that sandalwood smell, that smell that makes you feel it is natural, to give you that psychological satisfaction. So for me, that was like a red flag, because fragrance can irritate sensitive skin. Again, there is no real treatment benefit if you are looking for it, but overall I like the feel after washing my face. For some reason, that smell was very nostalgic, maybe because I'm a Zoroastrian. We offer sandalwood in our fire temples, so I automatically kind of like that smell, that aroma. So I have no problem with it. It did not surprisingly even irritate my skin. I tend to have sensitive skin because of the amount of products I end up trying, and that has left my skin barrier compromised, and then I need to give it a break and let it renew and like come back to normal. But still, this did not irritate me at all, and I kind of liked it. So if you want something that is cost effective, that does the job of cleaning your face, and if you are a fan of Patanjali, I don't think there's anything wrong with using it. I think it's a good one, but have realistic expectations. Alrighty. Now let's move on to the ones that weren't there whilst I was growing up. But these are new kids on the block, if I might say. These are new ones, at least relatively, ever since my last visit. And one of them has been the Minimalist. So this one that I tried was the 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐀𝐏 plus glycolic acid 7% cleanser. They have also added vitamin B5, betaine, and it says it brightens and smoothens skin for all skin types. And in its truest sense, this does feel like a cleanser. Like if you see the other ones that we discussed, the more commercial ones, they have a very good foaming capacity. And now the ones that we're going to discuss will be more in the category of cleansers, where you aren't going to get the literal foaming, the face wash kind of feel, but it is going to do a good job in cleaning your face. This one has AHAs, it has substances that will help exfoliate your skin. But again, this is not going to be as effective as a leave-on serum you would use. It won't be as effective as anything that you would use, even in terms of chemical peels that you might get done at your dermatologist's office. It isn't going to be that way. If you want something, especially for acne-prone skin, for people who are dealing with pigmentation, if you want that added layer of exfoliation or maintaining the skin cell turnover, I think this is a good one. Make sure you leave it on for at least 60 to 90 seconds for some effect to take place. It can help with dullness over time, but is this something that I would recommend using on a daily basis?
Maybe not.
It can be slightly drying if overused. So make sure you discuss it with your dermatologist, or make sure you know what is the right thing to do, or try to understand how your skin feels. And that is what I always try to educate you all about. That try to see, how does your skin feel? How does your body feel? Because you are the best judge of what's happening within your system, right? Nobody can do that for you. So trust your gut and see what feels right for you. And if you want that validation, if you need that confirmation, your doctor, your dermatologist is your best guide. Okay, now I think we have very few left. Let's go with Simple. This is the Vitamin C Glow Facial Wash for bright and radiant skin.
Almost everybody has written that on their packaging.
It's a very clever name, Simple, but again, if you see the ingredients list, it isn't really as simple as it is said to be. It is gentle, it doesn't have a fragrance as such. It is kind of good for sensitive skin, but to be honest, I just did not like the entire experience using it and the feel that my skin had post its use. Like, you feel as if it's not doing much. Sometimes I had to take it twice to make sure I have cleansed my face well. It doesn't have any actives per se like the previous one we discussed. All in all, it is great if you're looking for a very simple, gentle cleanser. If your skin is irritated, eczema prone, acne prone, I think this is fine. But again, it's not something that I was crazy about.
That's my experience again.
Now let's discuss Derma Co's 1% kojic acid daily face wash. This is again for dark spots and pigmentation. It has 1% kojic acid, 1% niacinamide, and alpha-arbutin. Now, I would be very excited if this was in a moisturizer or a serum,
but
it can only do so much, right? So it is good. Again, if you're looking for a certain kind of exfoliation, if you're looking for something in lines with the minimalist, use it once or twice a week for helping with getting rid of that dullness. If you don't literally use salicylic acid or glycolic acid once or twice a week, like leave-in once, or you have very sensitive skin, you want something that doesn't irritate your skin much, but you still want to make use of these ingredients, I think using it as a face wash or a cleanser is a great idea. Make sure you leave it on for 60 to 90 seconds at least and then wash it off. Otherwise, you are just pouring all your money down the drain. Okay, now this one is a very interesting one. And again, I've had my prejudice against this for a long time. It's the Glow and Lovely. This one is the 𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐏𝐄𝐎 face wash with turmeric and saffron. Very exciting, right?
it sounds so natural and good.
But it has a lot more in it, in its ingredient list again. But again, that's okay. I just want to, the reason why I'm getting this point again and again is because you will see a lot packaged and marketed in the front, but I don't want you to fall victim to it. I want you to be educated. I want you to understand that they can write anything they want over here and still not be accountable for it. You need to be an educated consumer. You need to know what you are taking. And again, I have no problem with what's in it because it is doing a good job of cleaning my face or cleaning our face. But I have a problem with what they write in the front. But this is fine. This is absolutely fine. If I'm not wrong, Glow and Lovely was earlier known as Fair and Lovely. And the reason why I said I had a prejudice against it is because the number of patients I have seen during my early medical years that I have spent in Bombay, they used to apply Fair and Lovely and come, and the amount of skin damage I have seen because of this, because it's marketed as Fair and Lovely, you're going to become fair. If you see all the ladies that they show in the commercials, they literally have this glowing fair skin, and there is, for some reason, again, it is beyond my understanding of why people are obsessed with becoming fair in this country. And the very funny thing is, back in America, people who are fair, they literally tan themselves on purpose to get some skin color. So I just think we should be happy with what we've been blessed with. And if you understand why God created us in this way, based on our geography, based on our circumstances, it all makes a lot of sense. But again, don't apply what, I don't know if you still get Glow and Lovely. I'm not sure. If you do, please let me know. I will confirm this as well from my doctor friends who are practicing here. But I think this is a good face wash. Again, I like the nostalgic fragrance that it has to some extent. It is affordable. It does clean your face well. But more than that, okay. And the last one, we have 𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐏𝐄𝐎 skincare. Again, this was new to me. It was based on a recommendation. This is the vitamin C plus E super bright gel face wash with Sicilian blood orange and niacinamide. I think if I hadn't done dermatology, I would have fallen for all these marketing tricks myself because I was very naive when it came to this. I literally trusted everything that was being sold to us, that was being told to us in the commercials, advertorials. I had no idea that they cannot be true.
Like, why would somebody do that?
Like, my conscience wouldn't allow me to sleep if I was a brand or an owner or a founder of a brand marketing something that's not actually true.
But whatever, that's another thing.
This was one of my favorites, or my favorite amongst all the ones that I tried and tested and that I shared with you this time. There isn't something very specific to it, but it's very hard to pinpoint what is it exactly, their formulation, the way it feels on your skin, the way your skin feels after using it. I really enjoyed using it. If you see, I have used most of it, but one thing that I want you all to keep in mind again is I saw there were many variants of the same brand's face wash or cleanser that is available, and that again doesn't make sense. But it should be so simple, right? You either need this or max this. I don't know why have they made so many. So some of them have fragrances, some of them might have actives in it. So make sure you read what is the content in the face wash or the cleanser that you choose for yourself. When you look for a cleanser, I look for something that is feel good, that doesn't strip my skin's natural oils or doesn't make it feel very dry and irritated, and it does the job of actually getting rid of the pollutants and the sunscreen that I apply, because that's the majority of what's on my skin most of the times, apart from my normal skincare routine like the serum and moisturizer. Now, if you're confused after this, let me tell you the truth, and that is what I have been harping about time and again throughout this video, is that your face wash or cleanser should be chosen according to your skin type, not according to what has been marketed or what is being sold to you. In general, if you have oily skin, look for a gentle or a mild active based cleanser. Now, if you're already using a lot of actives, leave-on actives, you don't need a cleanser or a face wash that has it in it as well. If you have dry, sensitive skin, then look for a gentle, non-foaming cleanser or face wash. If you're dealing with acne, focus on more leave-on treatments rather than just banking on face wash.
And did you notice something?
The more a face wash promises glow, fairness, dark spot remedies, the less it usually delivers. And rightfully so, because it has limited capacity in its point of action. Remember, the simpler it is, the more reliable it tends to be. Don't expect your face wash to change your skin. Use it to support your skin and invest in the right serum and sunscreens if you really want to see results. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. How does it work for you? Do you have any other recommendations, or do you want me to try any other ones? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any new updates. I always try to share science-backed and experience-driven wisdom. Continue to glow, thrive and shine. As always, take care. I'll see you soon.
Your hair was just so gold, and your eyes were also